Hey, how's it going, YouTube? It's Arnell Dice Grinders. Just wanted to make a quick trip report of Hollywood Casino out in Lawrenceberg, Indiana. Uh, I went there and stayed from Sunday through Monday. Uh, Actually got in and checked into the hotel. I want to say it was like around 3 in the afternoon. Uh, did some stuff with the wife, checking out the area, and headed to Cincinnati since it was fairly close by. So I didn't actually check out the casino until later that night. It had to have been around like 10 o'clock on the Sunday. And once I finally got into the casino, it was actually seemed pretty big. Everything was like spaced out. Nothing seemed like it was crowded together. It was actually a nice layout for the casino, I would think. As far as all the craps tables, they had 5. I know they had 3 operating at the time at 10 at night when I went there. One was a $10 table with ATS, and the other 2 were actually crapless. One was a $10 table and the other was 15, with also the ATS. And the other 2, one was regular and it had the sharpshooter, and then the other one I believe just had the ATS. All 5, they told me they were 12 foot. I actually walked it from edge to edge, from armrest to armrest, with my feet, and I only wear like 6.5, 7.5, depending on the shoe. But yeah, I walked it, and it was only like 11 of my steps. It definitely felt shorter than a 12 foot. So even though they consider a 12 foot, I would say the inside playing field had to have been about 10, closer to 10 foot. So I didn't get a chance to actually play right away. They did have spots on the $15 table, but I didn't want to jump on that, just to try it out. So I pretty much waited. The other 2 tables that were $10, they were both full, so I didn't actually get on one till around like 11. It ended up being the crapless table. Around that time, I want to say half the table must have lost all their money, because by that time I was able to jump on, and there wasn't too many people on. I want to say there was only like 4 or 5 of us by the time I got on. I happened to get a stick left. I talked to the guys that were on my side, asked them how the tables were going, and they basically told me it's been bad, all day, and no one's even hit any of the ATS. Always coming close, they said, by one number, but no one hit it. The one guy I talked to, I asked him, how long he's been there, and he said he's been there all day, so he knows. He must be a regular, because the crew knew him and stuff like that. So I went ahead. I had like 2 decent rolls and actually missed the ATS both those times, leaving the bookends, a high-low. I know usually if I don't get those in the middle of the roll, and it's like towards the end or the last numbers I gotta hit, that it's usually a hard to get it before the 7 hits. I did have another roll, a third roll, and on this one I actually hit the ATS and had 3 stick changes, so I had to have rolled for at least an hour or a little over. I made, decent amount of money, just playing the normal way that I play. I'm a low roller, so anything over my buy-ins are, good to have. So I had the ATS. I was on there for 666, and I put the dealers on like 111, I believe, because their odds were actually lower. It was like 30 for 1, and I think like 170 for 1, so it's a little lower than I'm used to. The casinos I go to are usually 35 for 1 or 175 for the ATS, which is why I made it $6 across, because then it made it pretty much what I'm used to getting paid. So did real well there. The guy next to me that was there all day, he must have lost a lot, and I brought him back. He must have won his money back plus some, because he was really appreciative for that. After that, I actually was getting ready to color up and leave, and the table basically, they saw I was coloring up. They didn't want me to leave, and they wanted me to actually like roll again. They said if I roll again, that they would just pass the dice back to me. So I went ahead and just rolled one more time. Unfortunately, I didn't hit double digits or anything. I think it was like 9 rolls, and then went out. So I'm not sure if the other guys made any money off that roll, if they didn't take it down or reduce it down before the 9 hits, then they might have lost. But usually I don't pay attention of what other people are betting. So I went back, got some rest in the room, and I want to say Sunday I met up with a few of the guys at Craps Nation. There was James, Dice Tosser for Life, Magic Aces, Larry. There was James, Lightning Shooter, and we met Rob S. Usually you'll see him helping out Big AZ channel. But yeah, it was nice to meet up with those guys. Played for a few hours. Unfortunately, we were all missing the ATS by 1 number, each side. And unfortunately, I didn't make a profit, mainly because I left my money out there too long. And I didn't actually stick to my game plan or my strategy, which I kind of kicking myself, but the way I was actually like playing was like the way I play with the guys in LFC, so I was kind of maybe hoping for that, but it didn't happen, so we'll get them next time, but luckily I didn't give back all my profit. I still left with profit, so that was good. Just want to say about the casino, I know my wife took like a bunch of pictures, so I'll be adding those to this video, and the architecture and the building outside, it looked real nice. Inside, I want to say the room we had may have seemed a little outdated. My wife didn't really care too much for it. Me, I don't care, because I'm only there to get a few hours sleep. I'm not there to sit in the room and stuff like that. I'm not too sure what else they had as far as like anemones or amenities. We only ate there at the what they call the Barstool sports book bar. I guess it used to be called Hops. It was nice. The casino actually comped us for lunch. That was fine. The area does seem nice. I know some of the other guys said there was closer casinos or close by casinos, like 15 minutes away. I think he mentioned it was Rising Sun or Rising Star, and I did hear about Hard Rock, 30 minutes away, I think in Cincinnati, but they mentioned that one had plexiglass. I only had a couple days, so I had to drive back. It was actually a 5-hour drive for me, so I didn't actually hit up any of those other casinos. But maybe next time. Just wanted to give you a quick trip report there. The guys seemed to think the tables were kind of bouncy. Me, I really don't pay too much attention to it. I will touch the felt and feel it and stuff like that, and I definitely know there was a some type of underlayment on their tables. It wasn't hard. I definitely felt something under there. I know when I first did it, for some reason it reminded me of like a cork, which I believe Ting first mentioned. He noticed some casinos were using cork where it felt hard, but it definitely gives a bounce. So it might have been something like that. And then I found out that I guess Monday, the table I actually rolled good on, they actually refelted the day after, so that was actually a surprise for me to hear, because it seems to happen to me a lot after I go somewhere and then head back or something like that. They're changing the felt out or adding felt, and found out it was already they didn't remove the old felt, they just added it on top, so now it's even going to give the dice more of a unpredictable reaction when it hits the felt. So my tip would be for you to start practicing semi-bouncy or bouncy tables, because it seems like more and more are heading that direction. Alright, well, just wanted to give you a quick trip report, and we'll see you at the table sometime soon. Alright, have a good one.